Bonjour friends, how are you all doing? Hope you are all fine and in good health and state of mind. Welcome to another tutorial by Query How To. By the way, bonjour means good morning. Today we will be learning how to make glamorous skin by adding skin glows that we see in fashion magazines, album covers and movie posters. You can go to your Google Chrome browser and write free actress images HD and you can find a good high resolution image to work on. I have downloaded this image of Megan Fox to demonstrate the techniques of achieving glamorous skin. Friends, there are several techniques to achieve glamorous skin. Today I will be showing you 6 methods that I believe is cooler. So let's begin. Method number 1. First, we will convert this original layer to a smart object. So anything we do is non-destructive. So from the layers tab option, click on convert to smart object. We will duplicate this layer by pressing Ctrl J. Select the duplicated layer and then go to filter from your menu bar and click on filter gallery. Select distort. Click on diffuse glow. Oh, you cannot see the whole image, so press Ctrl 0 to fit it on screen. Reduce the graininess because otherwise you will find grain or noise in your image. So reduce it to 0. The glow amount gives you the amount of glow that you want. So if you increase it, more glow. If you reduce it, less glow. So I will choose where I want it. So I think this is a good place. And then the clear amount reduces the amount of glow that you have applied. So if you increase the slider, the glow has completely gone. If you reduce it, too much glow. So find a standard where you think it's balanced. So I think I will go with this one. Okay, fine. So click on OK when you are satisfied. You can reduce the opacity of this layer anytime if you think it's too much. So just click and drag. I think this is a good place. Yeah, I think I'll go with 64%. Yeah, and then we will apply a vibrance adjustment layer to boost the colors and the you see reddish tone of the skin. So click on this little icon here down below, create new fill or adjustment layer and select vibrance. From this vibrance properties, increase the vibrance until you are satisfied. I think, yeah, now it looks good. So I can click on its visibility by pressing this eye icon and holding it. So it will show me before, and if I release it, it will show me the after. So before, after. So you can see now it looks much more better. So friends, this is one method. So let's move on to the next method. So I will press File and click on Revert to undo everything that I have done. So let's start again with method 2. Convert the layer to a smart object as earlier. Go to the properties of the layers tab and click on Convert to smart object. We need to duplicate this layer as before. by pressing Ctrl J. Select the duplicated layer and change its blend mode to overlay. You can see the contrast has been boosted. Next, we will apply a Gaussian blur filter over this duplicated layer. So go to filter from the menu bar and click on blur and then go to Gaussian blur and select it. You can see if we increase the radius, we are increasing the blur, and if we reduce it, we are reducing the blur. So I will choose a radius where the definitions are still recognizable. So I think somewhere here, somewhere here, right. So click on OK when you are satisfied with your image. Next, we will hide this layer temporarily and select the original layer. Why did we do it? We did it to select or get a selection of the skin tones only. So go to select from the menu bar and click on color range. Click on the skin area and then increase the fuzziness slider to get or fine tune the skin selection. I think this is good. This is good, yeah. Or you can do from the select options, just click on skin tones. Yeah, and it will give you a good selection. So I will reduce the slider to smoothen the selection. I think maybe increase a little bit. Yeah, I think somewhere here, right. Okay. So next we will click on OK, and you can see Photoshop has given us a good selection, but we need to fine tune it. So go to quick mask mode by pressing Q. Select the foreground color as black, select the brush tool, and then hit the right third bracket key or the left third bracket key to increase or decrease the brush size, and paint over the areas that you want to hide. So these areas should be hidden. I want to select the skin only. So we will convert this quick mask into a selection in a few minutes. Control Z to undo the last action. Okay, I think we are doing good. We are doing good. Fine. I think this area should be hidden as well. This is the hair. Increase the brush size. Paint over the areas that you don't want. Okay. One more thing is that the selection is a bit rough, right? Pardon me, we didn't convert it to a selection. So first we need to convert it to a selection. So press the Q button on your keyboard again to convert this mask into a selection. Yeah, like that. You can see here are some areas that has been selected. So to undo it, go to quick mask mode again by pressing Q and then paint over it. Fine. Press Ctrl Z. Yeah, now it's fine. I think now it's good. Okay. So these areas, yeah, I think now it's done. Yeah, now it's done. Okay, so press Q, convert it to a selection. Oh my god, this area again. So press Q and press X to change the foreground and background color. So I will select white as my foreground color and paint over this area because I saw a selection there. Fine. So press Q. We need to fine tune this area as well. So press Q again and zoom in. and reduce the brush size. Press X to select the black as your foreground color and paint over this area. Okay, fine, I think this is good. And this area as well. Okay, so Control 0 to fit it on the screen, and then you can see the edges are a bit harsh. So first we will convert it to a selection. Press Q and then go to select, modify, and go to this feather option. Click on it and I'll choose 5 pixels. Yeah, 5 pixels, and click on OK. Now what it will do is reduce this harshness of my selection. So next what we will do is bring that layer back, turn on the visibility and select this layer and hit the create mask layer. You can see it has done a great job. You can see the edges are still a little bit harsh, but no worries. Select the mask, select the brush, select black, increase the brush size a little bit, go to its option and make sure the harshness is 0. Reduce the flow by 50%, around 50%, fine, and then just paint over the edges to make it a bit smoother. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah, this is good. Fine, you can press this visibility icon, before and after, before and after. Yeah, you can see there is a dramatic change in your image. Now we will select the eyeballs, and how do we do it? Simple. First you need to create a snapshot of what you have done. Control Shift Alt E. Then go into quick mask mode again and paint with black on the eyeballs. So reduce the brush size beforehand, select the brush, select black as your foreground color, and go to quick mask mode by pressing Q. Fine, nothing is happening. I don't know why. Okay, so you need to increase the flow again and then paint on the eyeballs. So reduce the brush size a little bit more and then paint over the eyeballs. Actually we are deselecting the eyeballs. Why? Because we are going to invert the mask so that the eyeballs are selected only. So press X and fine tune it. Yeah, that's done. Next, this eye. Okay, Control 0, press Q, and then create a inverted mask. So you can create the mask first and then invert it by pressing Control I. Yeah, it's inverted. Now we will apply a vibrance adjustment layer over it, right? So click on this little icon and click on vibrance. Increase the vibrance and the saturation. Now you can see the whole image is being affected, right? So what we can do is make it a clipping mask. So right click on it and create clipping mask. So what it will do is it will make the changes only visible to the layer underneath. So it is affecting the layer underneath it. So if we go to the properties again by double clicking this icon and increase or decrease the vibrance, you can see the color of the eyes are only changing, the eyeballs, right? You can see, right. Click on this eye icon, before, after. We can zoom in. I can zoom in to show you. Yeah, I think before and after. Before and after. I think it's too much, right? So reduce the saturation a little bit. Yeah, like that. So Control 0 to fit it on the screen. So we can group the things that we have done. So select the uppermost layer and this layer and also this layer. Sorry, this has already been selected, so fine. So select these three layers and press Ctrl G to group it together, and then we can click on this eye icon, that is the visibility of this group. So to see the before and after. Before it was like this, and after it have a very good skin glow with attracting eyes. So there you go, method 2 is done. So I will click on File and click on Revert to undo my changes. Method number 3. So method number 3 is actually a continuation of method number 2. So, oh my god, we just reverted the changes. So if I press Ctrl Z, yeah, it's back. Yeah, thank God it's back. Otherwise we would have to do it all again. Fine. So this is a continuation. Method 3 is a continuation of method 2. So we can now take a snapshot of this whole thing. So Control Alt Shift T. Fine, we got the snapshot. Onto this snapshot, we are going to apply a distort filter. So go to filter, go to filter gallery, press Ctrl 0 to fit it on view, and then increase or decrease the glow amount. Of course the graininess should be 0, and then clear amount a little bit. I think this will, no, I think, okay, let's take it like that, and we will reduce the opacity to maybe, I think maybe 50%, no, and 42%. Okay, fine. If we click on the visibility icon of this layer, so you can see before and after, before and after. So guys, if you do these things, you can get attractive portraits of your models or your modeling photography, right? So thanks guys. So let's move on. Now I will show you method number 4. So now we can revert the changes. So go to File from the menu bar and click on Revert. Yeah, everything is gone. We don't need it anymore. So we will create a blank layer. Yeah, and then, oh my god, oh sorry, I mixed up. So delete this layer by dragging it onto the trash bin. So what we will do first is this method will show you how to achieve the glowing effect by applying channel mixers. the channel mixer's adjustment layer. So click on this little icon and click on the channel mixer. First we will duplicate this layer 2 more times. So select it and press Ctrl J, Ctrl J. Hide the visibility of the above 2 channel mixer layer, adjustment layer. Select the first channel mixer adjustment layer. Go to its properties. If it is not there, select it and click on this icon to pop up its property or open up its properties, and then check this monochrome mode. We can hide this property dialog box and then reduce its opacity a little bit so that the changes are subtle. Yeah, I think before, after, fine. Changes are subtle, so like this, I think. Yeah, this will do. No, this will not do. Let's reduce it a little bit more. Yeah, changes are subtle. Yeah, now, no. Reduce it more. A little bit more. Yeah, now it's okay, I think. Before and after, fine. Okay, next, make the second channel mixer layer visible. Go to its properties. Sorry, don't go to its properties. We will select the channel mixer layer on the second one and change its blend mode to screen. So screen. Reduce its opacity a little bit. Somewhere here, right there, 42%. Make the third channel mixer layer. Change its blending mode to screen. Yeah. And reduce its opacity as earlier. As we did earlier, right? So not that much. Yeah, somewhere like that. Let's see if we change it to soft light, how it looks. Yeah, how it looks better. Yeah. So after that, create a blank layer. Choose red as your foreground color because we are going to make her lips attractive. I can choose an orangish color. Yeah, like that. And then paint the lips. Make the brush size bigger. Yeah, like that. A little bit smaller. Fine. And then we will change its blending mode to soft light. Control 0. So if you think the effect is too much because this looks awful, so reduce the opacity. Yeah, I think somewhere there. Now it looks more natural. So before and after. Yeah. So this is another method how you can achieve a good glowing effect. We can enhance it a little bit more because you can see the channel mixer adjustments have been applied to the whole image. So what we can do is, as we did earlier, we can create a mask for the skin, right? We can select the skin. So we can eliminate these areas where the channel mixer shouldn't be applying the changes. So how can we achieve it? Select the bottommost layer, go to select, go to color range, click on the skin. Yeah, we got a good selection. Click OK. Go to select, modify, and click on smooth. This time no feather, smooth. I think I'll go for 10. Click on OK. And then what I will do is create a mask. You can see the mask has been applied to this layer, right? So I will copy this mask here by pressing Alt on my keyboard and clicking and dragging this mask to that channel mixer adjustment layer. Replace the layer mask. Yes, I want to do it. Again, copy it to the second one. Again, copy it to the third one. Yes. And then we will delete this one, the original one. So delete layer mask. Yes. And of course you can see the vibrance has been boosted, so I will reduce it a little bit much more. I mean 15% is good enough. No, 10 is okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah, 10 is okay. So you can see if I go to properties, I mean history palette, if I go to my history, this is where we added the layer mask, right? So color range, smooth, master opacity, change, fine. This is what it was earlier, right? Before we applied the mask, and this is afterwards. So before and after, before and after. I think this is much better, right? So thanks guys, method number 3 is done. So I will go on forward with method number 5. So first let's revert the changes. Click on file and click on revert. So everything that we have done is lost. Method number 5. Fine. Add a brightness contrast adjustment layer and reduce the brightness. So we will select this layer and click on this little icon here, our friend, and click on the brightness and contrast, this one right here. So brightness and contrast, and reduce the brightness a little bit. Yes, somewhere like here. Okay. Next, we will make a composite snapshot by pressing Ctrl, Alt, Shift and E. Then we will apply a filter, actually a preset, by going to go to filter and apply a Imageonic portraiture preset. So go to the preset, click on default, this option, and click on enhance glamour. Click on OK. You can see Imageonic filter has done a great job by of smoothing the skin, right? Okay. So next we will duplicate this layer by pressing Ctrl J. Now we can apply the distort filter again. Press Ctrl 0, distort, and diffuse glow filter. Glow amount right there, and then reduce it a little bit. I think somewhere here, right? Okay. Click on OK. Then we will create another brightness adjustment layer. Click on it and click on brightness and contrast. And now, or this time, we will reduce the brightness a little bit like this and increase the contrast a little bit like that. Yeah. Okay. You may feel that it looks a little bit or more like weird, right? So no problem. Next we will we will create a mask on the last duplicated image. So we will create a mask here. So mask of what? We will hide the hairs. So select the brush, select the black as your foreground color, add a mask to this layer, click on it, and then paint with the black color on the hairs to bring the details back. Yeah. Something like that. Okay, we have a mask here. So we can reduce the opacity of this diffuse glow filter a little bit, somewhere there, yeah, somewhere there. I think 44% is okay, fine. Before and after. Okay, yeah. Now we will apply a vibrance to boost the color, or we can apply a color balance adjustment layer to create a mood. So Control Z, click on this little icon here, click on vibrance and increase the vibrance and the saturation as well a little bit, yeah, somewhere like that, and right click on it and click on create clipping mask. So it will, the changes will be applied to the layer beneath. I think without clipping mask it looks better because everything is the vibrance is boosting everything, right? This looks good. Okay, we can reduce the opacity of this layer as well, yeah, somewhere there. Okay, and also we can boost the contrast by creating a snapshot by pressing Ctrl Alt Shift E and then changing its blending mode to soft light and reducing the opacity. Yeah, sorry, soft light. Yeah, so guys, you can see we have done a great job. This should be the topmost layer. You can see we can group this by pressing Ctrl G, and now we can click on the visibility to see before and after, before and after, right? Before and after. Yeah, guys, I'm in a hurry, so that's why I think what I did is not awesome, but it's good enough to show you how to do it. Fine, so let's move on to method number 6. So go to File and revert the changes. Okay, we are going to achieve the glowing effect of the skin in a different manner, and that is by doing image calculations. So go to Image and click on Calculations. Select the source 1 channel as gray and select the source 2 channel as gray, or you can play with it. Go to red to brighten it up and choose, I will go with red. So red, that's good, and choose the blending mode, soft light. What are we actually doing is creating a good contrast, brightening the skin up and creating good contrast between the skin, hair and the dress, and then click OK when you are satisfied. Go to the Channels tab and you can see a alpha channel has been created. Select it go to select all, edit, copy, select RGB, go to layers tab, go to edit and paste it. You can see we have the alpha channel right here, right? It is brought here as a layer. Fine. So what we will do is change the blend mode. Click on the blending mode option and change it to soft light. You can see a very dashing, contrasty, glowing effect. We can reduce the opacity if we want. Even if you think, you can apply the diffuse glow here and see how it looks. Yeah, I think this is good. Click on OK. So before and after, even I think the lips should be more attracting. So what we can do is create a blank layer and then select the brush, select orangish color, I think, yeah, like that. Zoom in on the lips, reduce the brush size, paint over the lips to get a good selection. My selection is pathetic, I know, but this is for demonstration purposes only. When you are working on your image, take your time to get a good selection. The whole process might take some time, but it's worth it. When you are going to deliver your image to your client, they will be satisfied. They will be amazed. Press Ctrl 0 and then change the blending mode of this layer to soft light and change or reduce the opacity to just where you think it's natural looking. I think this is natural looking maybe. So click on the opacity, visibility to see before and after. I think we can increase it a little bit. Yeah, like there. Before and after. Before and after. We can also apply a vibrance adjustment layer. Click on it and click on the vibrance. Bring it down the blank layer. This one, because we want it to be applied to the whole image, right? So let's see. So go to the properties and increase the vibrance, increase the saturation a little bit. So now if we click on the visibility of this icon, before, after, before and after, I think now it's more attracting, right? So if we group these three layers, Ctrl G and click on the visibility, this is the before image and this is the aftermath. So thanks guys, I hope you have learned some techniques which are very, very important for your photographic needs. If you are photographing your girlfriend or friend, or you are a photographer, you are doing commercial photography, you are doing modeling photography, so give some glowing effect to the skin of your model and they will be more than happy. They will be amazed. Yeah, you can get some very cool results out of it. So I hope you have learned something, and Query How To always tries to give you information. Yeah, any how to, right? So remember, the techniques that I have shown here are not the definite or not the 100%. I mean, it's not fixed, right? You can achieve a thing in 100 ways. So these are not the only ways that you can do. So when you learn Photoshop, or if you just begin by learning these techniques, you can discover new techniques. Okay, so thanks guys. I hope you liked my tutorial. Do like, subscribe and comment to support me, as they would be my inspiration to come up with more informative tutorials. Click to subscribe. Good luck.